Hi, everybody. Welcome to Ladies Power Lunch. I am so excited. I am always excited to join us for our Ladies Power Lunch shows. And today we have a double bill, a double header. We have two heavy hitters joining us for Free Gift Friday. So double the fun, double the prizes. It's just one big happy party over here. We have as our special guests today, Lori Raggio and also Lynn Gallant. And joining us in the Zoom room is Dina Otrin. So I just want to give everybody an opportunity to introduce themselves. Dina, will you say who you are and what it is that you do?
Sure. Hello, I'm Dina Otran. I'm an empowered life coach and a life licensed professional counselor.
Wonderful. Welcome, Dina.
Thank you.
And now let's hear from our special guest today who will be giving away some beautiful free gifts, Lynn and Lori. Lori, do you want to go first, saying just who you are and explaining to our audience what it is that you're doing in the world?
Sure. I'd like to refer to myself as a creation catalyst, a soul activist, and a transformation alchemist. And I'm the CEO of Inspire Greatness Coaching and Consulting. I'm a leadership and life coach. And I really work with women, leaders, and entrepreneurs to break out of their armor and to look at things maybe unconventionally and to really create the life that they desire and they deserve.
Awesome. I love all of those descriptions that you use for yourself. They are so very the words are very beautiful. I have a question for you though. When we're talking about who your ideal client is, like who is that person who you find benefits the very most from doing work with you? Aside from me, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's really women who are in different transitions. So they're perhaps looking to up level their life. They might be looking to move into a different career. They might be moving from a career to thinking about retirement. They might even be looking for, and this will be attached to my gift, but they might be looking for that really special place that they want to move to. So they're in some kind of a transition and they're looking to have a fuller life than they currently do.
Wonderful. And then when they come to you, what is the benefit that they end up having? Like what sort give me an
Mm,
example. Tell me a story
yeah.
about a client that came to you in this transition phase and how their life changed as a result of working with you.
Yeah. I was working with a woman who was the head of a coaching program in a university, and she was getting herself ready to retire and move into what she called her forever home. And so the whole process of her moving, getting ready, changing not only her career, but also where she was going to live, is what we worked on. And she initially was, I think, more fearful and more concerned about how it was all going to work. And by the time that we were done with the coaching, she was really excited and she had made some plans for herself where she was having fun with it. You know, even looking at what she was moving and what she wasn't from one home to another, and who would be getting gifts of things that she no longer wanted to take with her. And so it just kind of changed her whole mindset. And it moved more from a like a burdensome process to a process that she actually loved and learned so much about herself.
That's beautiful. I love that. I love hearing stories, client stories, because it gives us an opportunity to put ourselves in the shoes of what it would be like to be your ideal client and work with you. So that's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that. Lynn, welcome. Happy to see you. Will you share with us what your area of expertise is and what it is that you're up to in the world?
Absolutely. First off, Lori, I loved the words that you used because I think the words that you use attract who you're looking for and who is your ideal client. And I could sense that because I heard the words and I was like, ooh, I want to know more. So just, wanted to honor you with that. Um, I call myself a health and lifestyle educator. And the reason why I use that is because I consider myself kind of an expert in the teaching people the flow of transformation when they're looking to improve a part of their lifestyle, but they're not always sure as to what part they're looking to improve. It's usually about some sort of nutrition, changing up something. They're not sleeping well, or they just don't feel their best. They know they need to make a change. And they connect with me because they know that I kind of do that. I eat well, I exercise, I focus on wellness, and I've been affiliated with wellness companies in the past. And recently, I've joined a new wellness company, and it's about living clean, and I can connect them with a number of wellness products that can help with sleep, with gut health, with nutrition, with joint health, skin health, and things like that. So, them coming to me, I can help pinpoint the areas to address first and that are in their comfort level too, because it is about goals that they want to achieve. You have to kind of start there and expand from there. So I like being able to connect them to the resources that they need. And if I might not have them, I know a lot of people who do have them. And that's this whole community.
I am particularly enamored with the way that you say this, Lynn, because, a lot of us, let's face it, coaches, healers, leaders, teachers, a lot of us, we like to, or I shouldn't say we like to, I'll say we're very good at teaching the thing that we teach. But Lynn, you are very good at living the thing that you teach. You actually embody it and you provide an example that we can all look at and emulate. So, in a way, just by living in the world, you're teaching us all how to be. And I think that is wonderful. So, I mean, we're all looking to improve our health, every single last one of us. And if we're not, we probably should be. Who is an ideal client for you, Lynn?
That's a great question. And to be honest, that's actually shifted into a broader spectrum since I have shifted my focus into a company offering a more wide variety of wellness products. My ideal client is someone who is looking to live more comfortably, move more comfortably, improve their skin health, their movement, their sleep, their gut health, and just live better and live cleaner. So I don't know if that's everybody. I don't think it is. I think it's people who are mindfully noticing that they want to make a change.
Mindfully noticing that they want to make a change. And one thing I can tell you as a physician is that if your gastrointestinal health is not on point, it's very difficult for the rest of your body to catch up. So the fact that you're offering some support for people for their gastrointestinal areas, that feels for me to be something that a lot of people should wake up and take notice of. I don't know, do you find that you're seeing a lot of patients or clients coming into you wanting to focus on gut health?
Well, they don't initially come to me and say that's what they want, but once we have a conversation and they realize that that may be the best starting point before addressing weight loss or other things, then they get it and say, okay, yeah, I think I want to start here. Because it really is, it isn't about, jumping up and addressing everything all at once, because that's really doesn't make a lot of sense. Simple changes over time really have the greatest impact. So, gut health is a great place to start.
Excellent. I notice that you very often talk about small changes over time. Can you say a little bit more, Lynn, about the impact of these small changes? Because I think a lot of us think, okay, we really want to get to this goal and we want to get to it by this day, and it's really like a big heavy obstacle in our lives instead of an opportunity for a beautiful journey.
I love that you said an opportunity for a beautiful journey. And I think as I'm sitting in a room full of coaches in this little room that we have right here, and I know that you speak mindfully to your clients about this, that, you know, in the whole scope of things, you're not tackling the whole big picture all at once. You're talking about taking mindful approach to these changes. You're not going, okay, here's your assignment, go do it. You're taking it step by step, right? So it's the same approach. It takes 21 days, 30 days to really get into a habit. Now, I like to call them more rituals. So creating a ritual around, you know, making a change, like taking a new prebiotic or probiotic and getting that into your system and starting to feel it and appreciating that that is making the change before you're adding three things, and not knowing what's really creating the result, I think is truly important. Once you start feeling that changing, or like, oh, okay, now I know that's working, then you're already in a ritual and you can add something to it and you're going to be more successful at that. And
I
I think
love that.
everyone can kind of relate to that, I think.
And I think in approaching things in this way, the long term success is assured as opposed to the on and off nature that many of us have had when it comes to approaching our healthy lifestyles. I love, love, love all of this conversation. So, Lori, I'd love to turn the conversation back to you a little bit. If we were to take one takeaway from you today, what would your message be to all of us here in Ladies Power Lunch?
Yeah, and first I wanted to say thanks to Lynn. I think we have some similar ways of looking at things and working with people. And I think it's the intentional or the intentionality of what it is that we want to work on and how we go about that is so important. And for me, it's when I think about how I support women now, it certainly has evolved over the last few years. And I think part of it is, as Lynn is really kind of that role model of overall well being, I think I'm that role model of taking risks and going with my heart and my gut and my soul, and jumping in to new things. And so for me, it's, taking a look at what really are you being called to do and be, and to really listen to that. And even if it's a long journey of planning to get there, at least take one step to start now. And so whether that's a change in what you're doing in your business, or a change in a relationship, or a change in where you live, or where you even are thinking of going for perhaps a vacation to have fun, but just to take one step towards whatever that is that you're being called to do.
That's wonderful. I think of life in this way. I think that we can live our optimal lives and we can, the traditional saying that you can be and do and have whatever you want to in your life. I really, really do believe that there's truth there.
Mhm.
And I believe that for very many of us, at least in our community, that we have a lot of things that are going very, very well. But we
Mhm.
might have a few things or one or two things that might seem like a bit of a holdup. And we have a tendency to maybe fixate or stay very focused in the direction of the thing that is maybe the thing that we'd call tripping us up or something like
Mhm.
that. And so I thought it would have been a really, really good idea to have both of you on today because you both work in the areas where many of our Ladies Power Lunch members struggle with needing somebody like a health coach or need somebody like a life coach. So, Lynn, for you, what's the big takeaway that you would like everybody to take from you today as far as their overall health goes?
I absolutely love what you just said, Lori. Um, when you said, take the step, take the first step. Um, I think everybody really recognizes within themselves what they truly deeply need, and taking that first step to reach out and ask for help, because there is that support out there. Knowing that whatever it is, whether it's gut health, whether it's sleep, whether it's nutrition, you know someone who can support you, whether it's just an accountability buddy, whether it's a product you need, whether it's simply just cleaning up your diet. There's so much support out there. Take the first step and give it a chance, give it a try, because you never know how good you can feel until you take that. I know it seems like a huge sacrifice, but just that little bit of cleaner living can make a huge, huge difference. So I know people will say, "Oh, I know I need to do that, but I know I need to do that, but." Well, stop with the but and just, like Lori said, take take the first step. We're here to support you.
I love, love, love those comments. Lori, are there any resources that you think that if we were able to take a look at them, that we could really see some improvement in our overall lives? Any
Hmm.
books, any podcasts, any apps, any websites,
Well,
anything that's been that you think will be supportive of us?
yeah, I mean, I know that this community is aware of the book collaborations, but I think that's a great place to start. I mean, I think that the Success in Any Season and Transformation 2020, I think, has some amazing stories of people taking those first steps, and what the outcomes were. So I would definitely say that. A couple of other things that I use on a regular basis is Richard Rohr has a post that is daily, that really talks about how we can look at our own spirituality and where that plays a part in our self care and how we're living our lives. So those are some things that I do. The other thing is, and I did right before we started this call, was I do use oracle cards, like I know many of us do. And the card that I pulled from the Sacred Rebels deck was on the Sacred Fool, which is all about being playful and adding more fun and being non-conventional and getting to the point in our lives where we really trust ourselves and not being so concerned about what someone else might think about us in how we show up in the world. um, so those are some things that might be helpful.
Awesome. I have quite a few women who have joined us over in the Ladies Power Lunch Facebook group. Want to say hi to them all. Barb says, "Love the transformation you provide, Lori." Manda says, "Love this." Barb says, "You're an inspiration to live a healthier life, Lynn." Uh, Barbara says, "Intentionality, great point, great talk." Tina says, "Great talks." And Carrie says, as a transformational certified health and life coach for women in midlife, I resonate with small, consistent steps towards habit change, self belief, better health, healing, and positive mindset. Love yourself and find the support you need. And Janice says, love that, not being concerned about how you show up in the world. Awesome. I want to bring in Dina, but before I do that, Lynn, can you share with us any resources that you might have that might be supportive of the community?
Absolutely. Right now, we have um, within my community something called the Clean Plate Club, which is in a community where people can plug into exercise, hydration, sleep tips, recipes, things like that. And that's a Facebook community. I also have been plugging into Hannah McKittrick's cooking, and I know that she's offering some amazing whole food cooking programs, which for people who need that fresh recipes from Whole Foods are amazing. I do often follow Mark Hyman. He has some
Yes.
great quotes and reminders about wellness that are very inspiring, and he has a lot of education that is basic when it comes to foundational food and nutrition. So those are some of my go-tos, other than the education that I get from my resources from my company.
Beautiful. And Dina, welcome again. I just want to bring you into the conversation if you would like to join.
Okay.
I was wondering if you had any questions, any comments, any concerns that you think that we should also include in this discussion about improving our lives and improving our health.
There were so many amazing, beautiful, wonderful statements that were made by both Lori and Lynn that resonated so much, and for, I'm sure, so many. I think that, certainly one thing that is so important is to make sure that we're first tuning in to ourselves and be able to intuitively start to realize what we may need and start trusting that. And then from there, trying to look for that support and that help, that assistance, that wisdom and guidance for whatever it may be. And as Lynn said, there's so many people out there to support us in all facets of our lives. And I think it is about loving ourselves enough to do that.
Yes, yes. And believe me, we take your words very seriously, Dina, as a mental health expert. We know that you have your finger on the pulse of all of that and what it takes for us to really live our optimal lives, which is the whole goal of all the things that we're offering here in the Ladies Power Lunch group. So,
Mm.
a couple of things. Lori and Lynn are here today because they were the winners at our summit of a gift card to shop in our Ladies Power Lunch shop. And as part of winning that, they also had an opportunity to be featured on the show today. And so I want to just take a minute to share my screen so that you all can see what the Ladies Power Lunch shop looks like. And it's really easy to get to it, guys. It's shop.ladiespowerlunch.com. So it's not at all hard to get to. It's really a little bit of a no-brainer. But let's see. Maybe we can share my screen. Let's go here. There we are. Okay, so this is basically what the page looks like. And we've made a few featured items. So we actually have a Success in Any Season mug. We have a Success in Any Season hoodie. I think that is the most hilarious thing I've ever seen in my whole life. We have the living the butterfly living the butterfly life t-shirt. Say that 3 times
I
fast,
love that.
everyone. And we have the butterfly life tote. And of course, we have other items like the courses and the books that we have. I think there is a page where you can see all the items that we have. So
Mm.
you can see, if you want to donate to our foundation, if you want to attend some of our upcoming events. There is a bomber jacket, but for some reason, when I tried to upload the visual of that, it won't upload. So who knows why that is. If you want to get your pre-sale ticket for our fall summit, that's up there too. And of course, you have the opportunity to purchase any of the books that we have been able to put out over this time. So there are lots of fun things that you can purchase, lots of fun things that you can get involved with. And I want to say congratulations to Lynn and Lori and invite you to take your gift cards and hop on over to shop.ladiespowerlunch.com and make your selections. Any questions about the Ladies Power Lunch site at all? Or is it pretty self explanatory, do you guys think?
It's great. I can't wait.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm excited.
And just so everybody knows, we used Printful because we're always sharing everything that we do, right? So if you want to make merchandise for your shops as well, we used Printful and it integrates very, very easily with Square. So you can go on and design your little hearts out, just do whatever you want, make merchandising items and make them available to your communities as well. And if anybody wants us to do like a tutorial on that, I can get an expert to hop on and do a coffee break focusing on that, making items for your store. All right, so I'm going to stop my screen share here and I'm going to invite Lori to tell us a little bit about what you have going on in terms of offers and also to tell us what your free gift is going to be for today. And before you dive into that, I just want to invite everybody who's joined us over on Facebook to make sure you put a comment in the chat so that I know you're here so that you can be in the drawing for this wonderful prize. Lori, what do you have going on?
Yes, I'm in the process of planning a retreat in Sedona, Arizona in October. So I will have more as soon as I have the site picked and the exact dates, and I'll be able to
So
put that out.
awesome. So people can actually just connect with you and let you know that they want to be on the wait list for that.
Yes,
How
absolutely.
can they reach out to you? Maybe your email or
I
something?
would say Lori at inspiregreatnesscoaching.com.
Awesome. So they can just send you an email and say, hey,
Yes,
I want to come to Sedona in the fall. Put
yes,
me on the wait list. Awesome.
absolutely.
What's the free thing that you're giving away to us today? What's the wonderful, beautiful free
Yes,
gift that you're
it's
offering?
a session with me to explore what your geographical soulmate is.
Ooh, I love that. So I've had the opportunity to go through Geographical Soulmate with you, and it turns out, guys, surprise, surprise, I'm not meant to be living in central Connecticut, not in the middle of the state at all. I need to be somewhere where there is the beach. The water is really, really important to me. So it might not mean that I'm moving, it might just mean that I spend more time at the beach. Making that drive is going to always be a good idea for me. So, Lori, who is going to be your wonderful winner today? Could you, for me, pick a number between, let's see, I'm just making note of some more people who have joined us over on Facebook. A number between 1 and 20, please.
7.
And wouldn't you know, your wonderful winner today is Tina Kadish. Tina
Yay.
wins for, and you might know Tina because she's also been a co author with you in
Yes.
one of the Ladies Power Lunch anthologies. So that's wonderful.
Yeah. I look forward to
Congratulations,
reaching out to
Tina.
Tina.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And Lynn, can you tell us what you have going on right
I
now?
was hoping to win that.
I know. And I
That's
did
so
include
intriguing to
you
me.
on the list. But the
Oh,
good
good.
news is that if you wish to have a session, Geographic Soulmate session with Lori, that is available. You can just reach out to her at Lori. What's your email?
Lori at inspiregreatnesscoaching.com.
Awesome.
Lori at inspiregreatnesscoaching.com. Worth your time. Trust me, I've done it. It's amazing. Lynn, what do you have going on?
Well, I have a few things. As you may know, I have a couple of different wellness business. Modere, we are running a very special inside and out Mother's Day special right now with liquid collagen and collagen skincare products. So that would be on my link, which I can post. You get free product with a certain purchase. We are promoting that because it really does help. Collagen is what keeps our bodies kind of together, and it does make our joints healthier and our skin healthier. And I'm loving those products. Anyways, my offer, I gave this a lot of thought, and based on what we spoke about today, I would like my person to win the product that I match them up with, whether it be gut health or collagen. So it's either going to be the Trebiotic or it's going to be the liquid collagen, whatever is appropriate. So it's a product value right around $70.
Okay, so basically, what they're going to get is they're going to get a consultation with you
Yes,
to determine what their next step in health is. And then you're going
absolutely.
to give them the product that takes them through their next step.
Right.
This
Yes,
is
because I think
amazing.
based on what we spoke about, I don't feel right about just saying it's one thing. I think it needs to be suited to their needs. And I think that's
Suited
more,
to their needs. I
yeah,
adore that. I'm the queen of it's never one size fits all because
never.
it never really is. Aren't we all just unique and individual? So I'm going to ask you to do the very same thing, Lynn. Can you choose a number between 1 and 20, please?
1 and 20. I'm going to go with 12.
And I have to say, Jamie Williams is a winner. She wins Free
Hey,
Gift
Jamie.
Friday very frequently, and that is just the energy that she brings to every room that she enters. She is really having that winning energy. So, congratulations, Jamie. You are winning a session with Lynn plus the appropriate product for what you need on the next step of your journey. This is wonderful.
Mhm.
Ladies, it has been such a pleasure chatting with all of you today. Dina, it's so great to see you 3 times in one day. That's a charm. Three is going to be my lucky number for today. Lynn, I adore that you embody what you teach. You are one of those few people in the world who actually practice what you preach. And I love that. That's amazing. Lori, you are just such a wonderful, wonderful example of how you can take a change in your life and actually live your life to the fullest. And I think your clients, they're just lucky to have you, to be honest. And as one of your clients, I feel pretty lucky too. It's wonderful. Ladies, thanks so much for joining us. Everybody who joined us over on Facebook today, Lynn, Dina, Lori, Barb, Carrie, Janice, Marianne, Tina, Naomi, Amanda, Chanel, Jamie, Hannah, if I missed your name, forgive me. But I hope you all have a wonderful Mother's Day. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. And thank you so much for joining. I'll see you guys on the next show. Bye.